Hi, I'm going to show you my technique for separating eggs in preparation for making an emulsion of fat and oil, also known as mayonnaise, which is the basis of making Caesar salad, which I'll demonstrate in another video. Anyhow, there are multiple ways to crack eggs and separate the eggs yolk from the whites. This is a technique that I think is probably one of the most efficient and quickest ones to do, and it's almost foolproof. The bucket that I'm using here is my compost bucket. I like the thin edge. It does a really good job in just cracking the egg. One nice thing about doing it this way is I can check the egg for any defects such as blood streaks or little pieces of shell, so I'm pretty sure that the egg meets my quality standards. The next part is almost everybody has a slotted spoon. This is what I used to use in the past, which is also pretty efficient. Actually, I think it's made from Tupperware, but I think almost everybody has some type of slotted spoon in their kitchen. This works out really good. As you can see, all the eggs are in the container. I didn't bring in the yolks. I'm going to go right into this larger plastic container because I'm going to do my emulsion with making oil and fat with an emulsive blender in this container. That was one. That's the third one. That's it. My egg whites are in a container. Actually, this one's a little bit large for my refrigerator. That's it. Done. Back to making a emulsion of oil and fat. This is my traditional way of making it. I'm going to use an immersion blender and a beater, and I love using these squeeze bottles. It gives you great control of dropping the oil in at a very, very slow rate. I separate the eggs using my slotted spoon. Let's go at it. Right now, I'm putting it in by the drop. Getting thick. The oil that I'm using is canola oil. I'm not using olive oil of any type. The reason why is the olive oils will get bitter if you beat them up in a food processor. This is pretty aggressive, and I don't want that bitterness. If you want to add olive oil, you have to mix that in by hand. Couple more drops of water. I'm going pretty fast with the oil now. And that's it. So that was 8 eggs to 32 ounces of oil. That's pretty thick emulsion there. The trick there was the water. As you saw, I put it in very little, but it helps to extend the emulsion. I picked up that hint from reading the food science book by Ken G, which is brilliant to find this discovery. Basically, this is how they make commercial mayonnaise. They can actually, at least Ken says that they can take 1 egg yolk and make a gallon of mayonnaise. That is just huge. This is 8 eggs, 32 ounces of oil. That's a lot of mayonnaise. It also shows you the technique of what happens when your emulsion fails, about how to recover by starting it again and getting that emulsion going, and then adding the other stuff that didn't work back into it and incorporate it, so you don't have to throw any of this stuff out. Okay, we're back. So we made the emulsion of oil and fat, basically egg yolk and oil. Previous videotapes went over that. Now I'm going to change this into a Caesar dressing. What's nice about a Caesar dressing is it uses a lot of umami. Okay, Worcestershire sauce, Coleman's dry mustard, and anchovies. And for brightness, it uses lemon juice. I'm using a microplane here as a strainer. I don't think that's enough acid for this dish, but we'll give that a start. I'm going to microplane in 2 cloves of garlic. Don't need to throw out the very ends, throw it back into your thing of garlic and use it for the next dish that calls for a chopped up garlic. about that much of dry mustard. Some salt. Some Worcestershire sauce. And anchovies. Now those are whole anchovies, and I'm going to show you how I use an emulsion blender to get that all incorporated. And I'll give it another mix with the, beat it up. And I'm tasting for balance. I taste the garlic, the salt, mayonnaise is obviously the base there, but I'm missing the brightness of the, and that's the acid, and I'll add another half a lemon. This one is a lot more juicy. You can see I have this juicer, the plastic device that I happen to like. You can juice it any way you want. The whole idea is just to keep the seeds out of the dressing. Well, that's beautiful. A little heavy on the salt this time, but dressing's done. That's it for Caesar salad dressing. That's how easy it is. Sorry that I'm not giving you an exact ratio of the ingredients. I'll probably go back to look at my old notes to tell you where I start from. The ratio is at best a roadmap to get you the ballpark, and the goal in a Caesar salad dressing, in addition to having a very thick emulsion which will hang on the lettuce really nice, it's really all about the balance between the acid between the salt, the umamis, which is the Worcestershire sauce, the mustard, and of course the anchovies and garlic to round out the flavors. Can't miss on this dressing. Another thing you could do instead of Caesar salad dressing with this, you could use it as a dipping sauce with crudité, and I've used it to spread on top of grilled chicken and other proteins when the mood strikes me.